So, pretty excellent side, or to be fair, my mum can actually just eat cauliflower cheese on its own. We're going to prep the cauliflower and put this into salted boiling water to start. I've already taken all the leaves off and we're just going to cut it into flores, add it into the pot with water. Because it's a root veg, we'll heat it up from cold, and you're going to want your knife to go into it, but only just, because it will continue cooking when we bake it in the oven later on. So we're just going to stick this on to boil until cooked al dente. Do something I've not done in a long time, which is add written text to my ingredient photos, because I've actually forgotten both butter and flour, which you need to make a roux, guys. Weigh out 50 grams of butter and melt it in a pot. Once your butter's melted, add in your flour. And I'm going to get a silicone spatula just to stir that up. I'm also going to get a silicone whisk out as well, because when we get on to adding the milk, that's what I'm going to use. So stir your flour in, and then we're just going to allow that to cook on the heat for about a minute or so. So that's just a medium heat for about a minute, just to cook out the taste of the flour a little bit. Once your roux has been bubbling away for a wee bit, I'm going to add the mustard. Your 4 cloves, they are optional, but I would recommend, I use them in all of my white sauces now. You will need to remove them before we put them, the cheese through it, and then onto the cauliflower though, because you can't eat them. And then last but not least, we're going to grate the garlic cloves. So I'm just going to peel these and then grate these in. You know, grating garlic has become like my new favourite thing. Saves like chopping finely, but it means you get fresh garlic into your dish, and it's all kind of blended up all nicely as well, and the aroma's all there. So just grating your 2 cloves into your roux with your cloves and your mustard. Make sure you get it off the back end as well. Just going to stir that through, and then all we're going to do is start adding your milk. So I've got a silicone whisk. We're going to add the milk, stir it until it thickens up, add milk, and keep going until we've finished our white sauce. So that's my white sauce done. Whilst that continues to infuse with the cloves, I just put this off to one side. Cauliflower is still cooking, and we're going to grate the cheddar. This one's really easy. You can use as much or as little as you want. I like mine really cheesy. I like to be able to tell it's a cheese sauce. And I use extra mature because I like that punch of strong cheddar. Just grate your cheese. Eat a wee bit whilst you're at it. A wee bit, that was a big chunk. Can't resist though, me. And put it in a plate to add to your white sauce once your cloves have infused a little. Use your silicone spatula, and we're just going to lift out the cloves because we don't want them to be in the sauce. Once your cloves are removed, I've added it back onto the heat, and all I'm going to do is add in the grated cheese and melt that until everything's all combined, and it makes your cheese sauce. So what we're going to do to layer it up, we've preheated the oven to 200, and I'm just going to get you to place your cauliflower in a casserole dish, and then we're going to pour over the cheese sauce and grate over some parmesan. We're just going to put that into the preheated oven at 200 degrees. The cauliflower cheese taken out the oven after about 25-30 minutes.